Same.
Bro, motherfucker do a whole workout an hour by himself. I come in here, it's 5 niggas in one workout doing 30 minutes. Bro, this is not the same shit, bro.
No.
Then he gonna go run Red Mountain and try to kill himself.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring up. Ticket, you had a pretty, memorable...
I gotta guard a Tracy McGrady. I gotta guard a real nigga in fourth quarter and I'm tired of my legs done. How do I simulate that?
Just when you thought LeBron has said all types of crazy shit, he comes out and he says that today's game, in an interview recently, that today's game is faster and it's tougher than the games from the 80s and the 90s because it's ran at a faster pace and there's more spacing and you need to be more athletic. Man, listen, the OGs wasn't having that. They were like, yo, B, you crazy? You know how much shit it took for you to get in through the paint back in the days? And, that started a big controversy because, you could see both sides to the coin. Let's hear what LeBron had to say.
You'll be so pissed off about, at some point, like you said, it'd be a conversation that'd be brought up again, and hopefully we can kind of figure it out and get to a better place about it, because the game is different. I want people to understand, and our fans to understand, that playing 82 games in the 80s and 90s is not the same as playing 82 games in the 2020s. It's just not. The way we play, the level of pace, the level of the speed that we're playing at, it's a different game now. It's a totally different game. And, it's a lot of soft tissue injuries that's happened now because of it. I hope we can get a handle on that as well, because that's big in our game. I think when I first came into to the league, Reese, some of the biggest concerns of injuries was a high ankle sprain. You was afraid to step on somebody's ankle because there was 4 or 5 guys sitting in the paint. So, guys with athleticism, myself, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, to name a couple guys, sometimes you're afraid to take off into the lane because there was 4 or 5 guys sitting in the paint. And if you land on somebody's ankle, you get a high ankle sprain, you out 4 to 6 weeks. Now that's not really much of you don't really see that as much now because the game is so spread open, it's so much pace. But now you see the new high ankle sprain is the calf.
Right.
So, hopefully we could get a handle on that from a medical standpoint. But it's just a game.
I understand what LeBron's saying about the speed of the game and everything, the tempo going up. But don't put one injury for another and say that it's tougher. I don't understand. It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. Because I feel that the physicality of the game back then made it more so injuries could be, you understand, it was more injuries, but the reason there was less injuries back then, it was because the dudes were tougher, bro. Straight up, the players were tougher because of the way they train. That's how I feel.
In their workout. Bro, we used to end a workout, especially on a leg day, calf raises. This is how I'm speeding up, this is how I'm stopping, this is my whole wiggle. If your calves ain't here, and on top of whenever I go to finish, I gotta be athletic enough to finish, right? Bro, when you start breaking that down.
This is what Ticket talking about, that they out of shape. We practiced every day. We went up and down every day.
Like a game.
Like a game. So we 5-on-5 pretty much the whole season.
With drills.
With drills. And so now they come in and they doing a lot of individual work.
With a trainer.
So a lot of our shit was game speed. Right.
With a trainer.
And then in the summer?
At half speed.
Right.
For 30 minutes.
Right.
And then they're gonna go play a 2-hour fucking game and think they gonna play.
In the summer, we played ball.
Hard.
We played 5-on-5.
For 7 hours.
It took a lot for you to practice back then because you were practicing, you doing drills as a team and everything was more less saturated. Everybody had to work out hard. And guys who condition themselves to the extreme. Nowadays, you have these. Everybody's doing individual workouts. Everybody has a separate trainer that they hired and is catering to them. And it's a lot. It's just a lot softer to me.
To work every day.
For 30 minutes with one trainer.
Yeah.
And think that's gonna be the same shit. Like, what are we talking about here? Bro, motherfucker do a whole workout an hour by himself. I come in here, it's 5 niggas in one workout doing 30 minutes. Bro, this is not the same shit, bro.
No.
Then he gonna go run Red Mountain and try to kill himself.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring up. Ticket, you had a pretty, memorable.
I gotta guard a Tracy McGrady. I gotta guard a real nigga in fourth quarter and I'm tired of my legs done. How do I simulate that? I gotta go play against people like this, and then I gotta take my body and try to kill it. Because when you, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. This is what them motherfuckers don't tell you about game 4 or game 5 or game 7. When you in mud and they come down to LO and they call in a triangle, you gotta stop LO from getting.
Yeah, I mean, how could you expect yourself to work out for 3 hours or 2 days in a whole week and then go play 3 games of 2 hours and expect not to get hurt? You're not gonna be conditioned at all.
Like, and then I get to the huddle and 3-4 niggas is falling out. Motherfuckers don't want to play no more. Like, bro, you can't simulate this. This is the foxhole you in. So you try to put yourself in simulate. He would go to, what's the dunes you go to?
Oh yeah, the dunes over there in Manhattan Beach.
I'm going to the opposite dune where it look like a whole mountain. Yeah. He doing that when I'm doing this one. We both talking shit about what it take to get to the top. He talking about how he threw up.
They weren't having it, bro.
Like that. Guess what? We get to the fourth quarter, we looking fresh. We dapping, yeah, nigga, you remember that?
Right.
Yo, what you nigga, let's get him in. Like, you know what I'm talking about? You feel what I'm saying? So that's.
Look, my analysis of this is that times change. The game changes from physical to fast paced. There's 2 different eras, 2 different athletes. There's still injuries. There's still toughness in every game. But never ever compare physicality for pace. Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, put in the comments. Tell me who you think was right. Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce or LeBron James. Till next time, man. Peace.